Welcome back to my channel, guys. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I don't usually do like DIYs or any sort of like make your owns on my channel, but I've been watching way too much TikTok lately in my spare time since we've been stuck at home, and I've seen way too many videos of people bleaching and tie-dyeing their clothes. So I figured I kind of want to give it a try too, because I like to get my hands dirty and to do things sometimes, and since I literally cannot find tie-dye or bleach clothes anywhere online, it's literally sold out everywhere. That's probably why everybody's making their own stuff right now. I figured let's do some of our own at home. I recently cleared out my closet and listed a bunch of things on Poshmark. You guys can check me out right here if you guys want to shop my closet. And I found some sweaters lying around that I actually have not worn in so long that I think would be perfect for me to test this out on. So I'm actually filming this at like 6:30 at night. I don't know if that's enough time for me to go through the whole bleaching process of the sweater itself and to film it and show you guys before the sun goes down. So unfortunately, I may have to finish this up tomorrow, but I want to show you guys the process of it today as we start, and then I'll show it to you tomorrow once I've had a chance to probably like wash it properly and everything, because I think that also takes quite a bit of time as well. So what I'm going to be bleaching today is this black one from Sincerely Jules. I got this like I think 2 years ago. I've worn it once or twice, and ever since it's kind of like stuck in the back of my closet, and I've never worn it ever again. Not to say that I don't like the sweater. I love it. I think it's super comfortable and really cute and chic, and I also love the side detailing with the lace ups here. But the issue is that because of the side detailing, I often feel drafts of wind blowing through the sides of my body, and when I'm wearing a sweater, I usually want to wear a sweater because I want to feel warm, not because I want to feel the wind going through my shirt, which is probably why I haven't worn the sweater in a long time. But I just checked, and this sweater is actually 100% cotton, and I believe you're supposed to be using 100% cotton whenever you're bleaching things because it eats the material a little bit better. I'm curious to see what color this is going to turn into. When you guys bleach black clothes, you have a couple of options. It can go this like really disgusting orange color, or it can turn like a nice white. I don't know, it really depends on like what the material and the make of the fabric is. So I've also been reading online that if you soak it in water first, it'll help to kind of like dilute and disperse the bleach a little bit as well, so that you don't get like harsh contrast. It's more of like a nice tie-dye fade. So I may try that, but this is a shirt we're gonna be experimenting on today. I also have another sweatshirt that I want to try experimenting on as well. It is this one. It's a really old black sweatshirt from one of my old jobs, and I kind of want to just bleach it and then crop the front. I think the front is gonna look really cute cropped since the detailing is at the top here, but the decal on the back is actually all the way to the bottom. So I don't know if I crop it if I'm gonna lose all this stuff, but that's okay. I don't really wear this sweatshirt that much anyway, so we're just gonna do it for fun. So I think it's gonna be cute regardless. To get it started, you're gonna need a couple of things. Number one is bleach of some sort. I have this Clorox bleach spray. I was actually not able to locate any bleach recently because it's been sold out everywhere from everybody disinfecting their houses. This is the only thing I could find at Dollarama. We actually wound up at Dollarama last week looking for other things for the house, and I saw they had a bunch of this in stock, so I decided to purchase it specifically for this video just to see if it would work. This is Clorox Cleanup Disinfectant Bleach Cleaner, so it should work because there's bleach in it. I've actually seen a lot of people use toilet bowl cleaner, which is really interesting because that also has bleach in it, but I've never tried that before. Usually you're supposed to use regular bleach, but I figured this could work. The next thing you're gonna want is a pair of gloves, because if you're bleaching, those are really heavy chemicals on your hands and you do not want to hurt yourself. So gloves are very important. You can also just use dish gloves if you want at home. These are just some gloves that I've had lying around my house for quite a while now. They're not exactly clean, so I wouldn't use these outdoors, but I haven't worn these outdoors, so don't worry, there's nothing dirty on these ones. But something to protect your hands with. You can, like I said, use dish gloves. That's actually probably smarter because dish gloves are really thick, so it'd probably actually do a better job than just regular latex gloves. And I think you might just need some like string or elastic bands, but like whatever you guys have available. And the very last thing is the sweater or whatever garment you want to bleach. I'm gonna be doing this sweater today, and if it works out well, I'm gonna be doing it again tomorrow on the other sweater. So let's get to bleaching, guys. I'm gonna jump in a little bit here before we start bleaching. I am not going to be bringing this DSLR camera with me because I don't think it's a smart idea for me to be handling electronics. I think I'm gonna try to set up my little mini vlog camera, so that way you guys will still be able to see as I do the bleaching process, but it's not gonna damage my big heavy camera. That's expensive as well, so yeah. So we're gonna switch over the other camera right now. Sorry guys, my camera battery died, so I had to go swap out for new battery, but now that you've done taking out your laces, if your sweater has laces, put them to the side so you can put it back on there when you're done. The next step actually is to soak your shirt. So I believe you're supposed to make this nice and wet and damp, and you're supposed to wring out all the water. This way the bleach doesn't like eat directly into the material, and it can kind of like seep in a little bit and make it more nice and I guess mottled in color. I don't know what I'm talking about. So let's go do that. I am in the bathroom now and I have my sweater. I'm going to soak this in the tub and then wring it all out so that it's only damp left. And then we'll move on to the next part, which is the scrunching up before we bleach it all. So this is probably going to get loud, so I'll probably put this into a time-lapse mode and turn on some music for you guys so that it doesn't get really loud and you just hear water running the entire time. It looks like the sweater is fully wet. It is very heavy now. Next thing you have to do is just wring it out to make sure that you get all the water out so it's just damp and not soaking wet. Really hoping that I'm doing this right or else this is gonna be wasting a really nice sweater. I think I have more or less wrung everything out. I'm just gonna give it one more wring at the bottom to make sure I get all the water out, and then we're gonna move on to scrunching. Sweater is complete and done. Let's scrunch it. So for the scrunching portion, nothing super chic about this. I'm just on the floor in the bathroom doing this. From what I've seen online is that you want to lay the sweater out. Oops, I have this upside down. I'm doing this in the bathroom floor because I don't want to get my hardwood dirty, overly wet, because then it starts to like expand. And I rent a condo, so I don't want to have to pay my landlord extra money for this. But what you're gonna do is essentially, from what I've seen, pull it up in like little sections like this, and then slowly work the little bits up. Start over again, because I feel like that just ruined it. You wanna like make small little bunches like this so that you don't get any like crazy big folds. And I think all these small parts will help you really get a nice tight kind of like tie-dye effect. I don't know how good these edges are going to be just because they're so bulky. It's hard for me to really like wrap them up, but I'm gonna try my best. Same with the bottom hemline here. So you want to continue doing the scrunching effect throughout the rest of the sweater, and I believe this is called the scrunching style. And then once you think you have all of it done, I'm gonna move it in towards me so you guys can see a little bit more. From what I've seen, that most people do like the sleeves individually, like on their own. They don't like push it together with the rest of the sweater, so it turns into like a little Mickey Mouse face. But you can do it however you like. If you want to do the spiral version, you can. Might actually try the spiral version with the other sweater just so that I can have like variation. For this one, I really wanted it to be scrunched up fairly naturally looking, and now it looks like a Mickey Mouse face. Kind of ish. So the important part now is to take your elastic bands and to wrap it all up. Tie it up wherever you see fit so that it stays still and it doesn't budge. Because the last thing you want is for this to slip when you are spraying it. Harder than it looks, guys. Elasticate certain areas. By wetting it, it really helps to hold everything together so that it doesn't fall apart when you're doing this portion. I think this is good enough. From what I've seen, most people don't go too crazy on elastics. I might just put a couple more so that it seals the creases in so it has like more lines in it. But overall, I'm pretty happy with the look of it. Now I'm gonna actually take this outside onto my patio and spray it down with bleach there because I don't want to spray this with bleach inside of my place just in case, you know, it gets on things and it bleaches some of my furniture. That is not fun. So let's take this outside onto the balcony and then we'll spray it there. So what I've done is I've actually taken out a plastic bag to put down on top of my patio. That way it doesn't get too dirty. And I brought the sweater out here. Next thing I'm gonna do is put on these gloves and then we're gonna get started spraying. So now you're just gonna spray it all over, and this stuff is turning brown a lot faster than I thought it would. I'm so surprised by this. I literally just started spraying this like a couple seconds ago. It's already turning brown. I'm hoping that the camera can pick this up, see if I can get close enough to this. Do you guys see that? It's not black anymore, it's brown. That's nuts. This is the other side. I just sprayed it. Holy crap. The camera's not doing it any justice, but this is lightening up a lot faster than I expected. In the video that I watched, they just left this out overnight for like 24 hours, but I don't even know if I'm gonna need to leave this out for 24 hours at this point because it's changing colors so quickly. One thing I'd say, guys, if you're spraying this on your balcony, please make sure that you are standing upwind of it so that when you're spraying it blows away, because you don't want to get bleach on yourself. It's really disgusting and you don't want to like hurt yourself because bleach is not good. It's gonna eat away your skin. Guess maybe I'll just like leave this here for a couple of hours and monitor and see what happens, and spray a little bit more on just to make sure it's like fully coated. I actually really like this spray. It makes it really easy to distribute the bleach. We're gonna leave this out here. I'm gonna leave it on the plastic so that it's not dirty and doesn't get anything on the floors. The video that I was watching was saying that like if you leave it for a full 24 hours, instead of it being orange, it'll actually become more white. And that's kind of the look that I'm going for. I don't want a black and orange sweater, so we'll monitor this and see how the color change goes. But in the meantime, wow, this was a lot faster than I expected. But it's looking good so far. It's looking good. I'm happy. So let's just leave this here. I'll be back in a few hours, guys. Okay, so I'm just checking in. It is the next day now. We're just short of like 2-3 hours since a full 24 hours of when I last bleached the material. We left the sweater overnight last night till about like 2 o'clock in the morning, and then it was supposed to rain overnight, so we decided to bring it in and leave it in the living room on the floor next to the window. By that point, most of the bleach had already like either fully absorbed into the sweater or it had evaporated. My main concern was more just like having bleach fumes inside the house, and it wasn't bad at all. I didn't smell anything, so it's been sitting here next to the window by the sunlight so that the sunlight can help it absorb a little bit more, I guess, overnight. And during the day today, I'm gonna give you guys a quick look as to how it looks right now. I wasn't expecting this, to be honest. I thought it'd be a little bit brighter, but I'll show you what I see right now. The sweater's been sitting here right in front of the patio door next to all of my plant stuff, and I'm gonna see if I can get up close to show you guys what it looks like. So there's some spots that have like really light bleached areas, but overall it does not look like it bleached a lot. I'm gonna flip it over to the other side and show you guys what it looks like as well. Okay, so this is the other side. I think this is actually the side that was sitting out overnight. So there are some patches here that are significantly whiter than the other side, like this one right here. I don't know if you guys can really see, it's like a lot lighter here. It looks like almost all the color was gone. And then the rest of it is still kind of this like strange, not orange, but like a mottled pink look. There's also a really bright white patch right here as well. I was kind of going for a higher contrast like this for the rest of the sweater. So I'm gonna let this sit for the full 24 hours. We're actually gonna go do groceries right now and then come back and take a look at it then. So once I go and grab some groceries and come back and take a peek at it, I'm gonna decide whether or not I want to take it apart like it is right now, or I might even actually spray some more bleach on it and leave it again overnight for another 24 hours so it can lighten up a little bit more. I was honestly really hoping for a lot of white patches, and it's not as white as I would like. It's like a very browny beige color. Not the biggest fan, but that's okay. I haven't taken it apart yet, and I'm actually like super conflicted right now as to whether or not I should just take it apart and see what it looks like, or if I should continue bleaching it a little bit more. Safe to say that because it is a spray, it's not like a high concentrate bleach like you would expect when you're cleaning your bathrooms. So I think maybe like twice would be best. I am not sure if I soaked it a little bit more if that would have worked as well. My main concern was just that if I soaked it too much, it would have just eaten straight through the fabric and like leaked right through and not completely given like a contrast within the dipped areas that I scrunched up. So I think I'm gonna leave it for a little bit. We'll come back in a couple of hours and I'll reassess and I'll let you guys know what my final decision with the sweater is, whether or not I'm gonna leave it as is or bleach it a little bit more. But that's the progress so far, guys. All right, guys, so it is April 27th now. Oh, I've got a piece of hair in my mouth. And essentially what happened yesterday is that after we came back home, I took a look at the sweatshirt and it definitely looked like it didn't bleach that much more than I wanted it to. So I actually sprayed a little bit more of the Clorox cleaning spray onto it, and then overnight, since it was raining, I placed it on that plastic bag sheet in the bathtub with the bathroom fan on so it would suck up all the fumes. That way we wouldn't have bleach fumes around inside of the house. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like now. I just took a peek at it and it looks way better than what it looked like yesterday, so I'm really happy with the results. So what I'm going to do now is move on to the next steps, which is going to be unveiling the final bleaching process, and then we are going to give it a quick rinse in the wash, dry, and then I'll show you what it looks like back on once I relace the whole sweater back up. So let's go take a look. All right, so this guy has been marinating in the bathtub overnight since yesterday when I sprayed some more bleach onto it. So as you guys can see, compared to a preview yesterday when I showed you guys, it wasn't that much whiter. There was just some like light browning spots. There are a lot more white spots on this sweater now, so the additional bleach really did help. So I'd recommend if you guys are using the Clorox spray to maybe give it 2 rounds, because that might help it soak in a little bit better. The bleach has been sitting here for a while, so I'm just gonna flip it with my hands, but I do recommend using gloves when you're touching it since there's a lot of bleach in the sweater now. This is the back of it, and as you can see, there's a lot of other white spots in it too. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and take off the elastic bands. I'm gonna get Peter to film this part, and then we're gonna stretch it out and see what it looks like on the front and the back once it's been completely opened. So I have my gloves back on because we're gonna be touching this, and I'm gonna go ahead and take off all of the elastics now. Okay, so I've collected all of the elastics here, and I would highly recommend giving these a wash if you want to reuse them. They're still definitely usable, so keep them if you can, don't throw them out. We're going to stretch this baby out. This side already kind of came unraveled a little bit, but I'm so excited to see what the full sweater looks like. You guys ready? You ready? Let's go. Da, 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 da. Here's one sleeve. Ooh, I'm liking that. Okay, it's gonna stay on the sheet because I don't want to get any bleach on the floor. Here's the other sleeve. Yes, I'm so happy I went over and re-bleached this again because you can definitely see it's a higher contrast now. And let's move this side a little bit more and open up the main body. Yes, this looks so good. There are definitely some spots that I wish had some more bleach on, like this area. It's super black still. Let's flip it over to the back and see what it looks like there. Ooh, this is cute. This is cute. Okay, so what I would say is try not to bunch it up too much, because I think that's what happened in some areas. It was like super deep in and the bleach didn't touch it. So that's why you're gonna see a lot of spots that don't have bleach. I definitely would have loved if this had like a lot more bleaching going through it, but I'm loving what I'm seeing so far. I was just kind of more hoping for this throughout the whole sweater. So the next step now is to actually throw this into the wash and rinse it out so that it gets rid of all the bleach that's currently sitting on the material. So let's go do that. I'm gonna chuck it into this. I might actually wash it with some detergent so it fully gets out all the bleach. So let's do that, and then we'll be back afterwards once it's done. Sweater has finished washing, so all the bleach should be out of it now, and what we're gonna do is toss it into the dryer so that I can have it nice and dry, and then I can wear it for you guys to show you what it looks like when it's done. So the dryer's done. We're gonna open this up, take this bad boy out. It feels pretty dry, which is good. So I'm gonna take this back outside and I'm gonna lace it up and show you guys what this looks like. And that's it. That's the sweater all laced back up. I am loving the final look, but I'm gonna show you guys what this looks like on tomorrow. In the meantime, have a good night. Ta-da! This is the final result of the sweater during daylight. I am beyond obsessed with this, and I loved how it turned out. Remember when I told you guys last night that it turned a little bit pinky? Now that I'm seeing it in daylight, it has this like, I don't know how to explain it. It's like pink, lilac-y, like a fade that's going through. Let me see if I can show you up close what this looks like. I hope this picks up on the camera pretty well, but I loved how this sweater turns out. It's actually really, really cute and way better than I expected. I was not quite sure what to make of it at first, because when I was in the process of dyeing it, remember when I told you guys as it was bleaching, it was starting to turn kind of orange, and I was a little weary about that because I've definitely bleached clothes before back in like early 2000s when I was a kid, in summer camps, when I was running summer camps as a camp counselor, and I've definitely seen black bleached to orange, and it's not cute. Like, it looks very Halloween, and I was more worried about the fact that this sweater would turn out to look like that and I would just never wear it ever again. But the color that this turned actually is so cute, and I think it's because we may have made it really damp first, it kind of diluted it, but I don't think that's the case, because if we diluted it, it definitely wouldn't have gone this white. So I don't know what happened here, but very, very happy with this sweater, and I can foresee myself wearing this quite a bit throughout the rest of quarantine, especially now that tie-dye is so in, and it's kind of like reverse tie-dye. I don't have any white clothes at home that I think I would want to willingly tie-dye, so I don't know if I'm gonna wind up with tie-dyed clothes per se. And I don't want to ruin clothes just to potentially have some pieces for a tie-dye trend, not knowing how long tie-dye is gonna last for, and we may not even have a summer at this point. So I want to make tie-dye pieces if I'm not gonna be able to keep them and wear them again in the future. But if I do have some pieces that come through that are white that I decide that I'm never gonna wear again regardless anyways without tie-dyeing them, I may purchase a tie-dye kit online on Amazon just to try, just for shits and gigs, guys. But I'm so happy with how this turned out. Love it so much. I'm gonna go put this on and I will be right back. All right, sweater is on. I love this sweater so much. It's so cute, especially with like the lace detailing on the side here that I kept with this sweater. I don't think I've seen anybody add some extra stuff to their sweater after they've bleached tie-dyed or like tie-dyed in general. So I just like how it has this detailing on the side. It feels very unique. Like no one else would have this sweater. I'm gonna actually wear this right now out to do groceries, but yeah, very happy with the results. I don't know if you guys can tell. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informative. Let me know if you have been on a bleaching or a tie-dye rampage like I have been during quarantine. I would love to see links. Send me pictures if you guys posted any of these on Instagram. Otherwise, I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you guys liked it, so I know that you guys like this sort of content more than like the DIY style, because I don't typically do this. And also be sure to subscribe as well so that you guys get notified every single time I post a video. I post videos every Thursday and Sunday at 7 p.m. so set an alarm so you guys know whenever my videos go live. Otherwise, if you want to see content more frequently, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. My handle is right here. I post like every single day, so you can get annoyed with me every single day if you'd like by my constant posting on there. And if you guys also want to follow me on TikTok, because I am making a fool of myself on that platform, here's my handle for that one as well. Otherwise, I hope you guys had a great time watching this video and enjoyed watching me go through the process of reverse bleach tie-dyeing this sweater for the first time ever. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!